Alright gamers and gamettes, there's something weird going on in the MMO scene, and with today's sponsored video by My Games, I want to talk about it. What's going on guys? Welcome back. My name is Tanek127, and guys, today I want to talk to y'all about a brand new game called Mandragora. Now, before we get into today's video, like I was saying before, special thank you to My Games for sponsoring today's video and hooking me up with a PlayStation 5 review key for Mandragora. Mandragora is a Metroidvania / Souls-like game that is available on all current platforms. It even has a planned launch for Nintendo Switch later on this year. I'm thinking, with the Switch 2 coming out, they probably have like an enhanced version plan that's going to, support both platforms, but it's on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You guys can check it out. Link will be in the video description. Now, Mandragora, long story short, is a really, really dope game. I'm actually enjoying this game a lot so far. It has multiple classes, crazy skill tree with build variety, really smooth, fluid feeling combat, awesome bosses, 100% voice acted. Yes, this 2.5D side-scrolling game is 100% voice acted. Even your main protagonist is completely voice acted. Like, no lie guys, my boys have been wanting me to get on Monster Hunter and get my hunter rank up and stuff like that, and ever since My Games hooked me up with this game key, I have not been able to put this game down because there's just so much to do. It has that old school, classic, fantasy, medieval, dark RPG kind of feel to it, and I just love it. But because of that, that's going to bring me to the subject of today's video. All right, this game is solid. All right, I would say, 7.5, 8 out of 10. Definitely check this one out overall. But what is with MMO devs, right? Or MMO publishers even, whichever. They still, whether it's a developer or a publisher, they still make, some pretty critical decisions in the game's development at the end of the day. What is with them and not being so great at what they're known for, MMOs, or what they specialize in, but they always turn around and they make some type of Souls-like in some way, shape, or form, and it's just a hit. Prime example, we'll start with the first one. You guys remember Neowiz? They made Bless Unleashed, Bless Online. You guys know how many times Bless has messed up. I don't even need to say that. But they released Lies of P. Boom. Hit. Vindictus. From what I know, Vindictus is a pretty solid MMORPG. I don't know. I've never actually got the chance to play Vindictus because you guys know I'm more of a console guy at the end of the day. I don't really play a lot of PC MMOs. But they are now working on Vindictus Defying Fate, which is a Souls-like kind of game, and it's shaping up to look pretty good. Hopefully that actually comes to console because the original Vindictus game isn't on console. And now we got My Games doing the same thing. As you guys know, My Games, they're the guys in charge of Skyforge. And we all know how Skyforge went over the past several years. But they create Mandragora. Now, I know it's not the Skyforge, Alice team directly developing this game, but it is another company under My Games. I'm sure that there's some affiliation in between it. It's all under the same umbrella. You guys, you get what I'm saying here? They make Mandragora and boom, it's a hit. Everyone's loved this. Positive ratings everywhere. I can't believe it. How? What is going on here with when it comes to this? Like guys, seriously, is it just me or does anyone else find this crazy or shocking when it comes to these games? This will be the third time in a row. Now, so far Mandragora, it's not blowing up. It's not like some, crazy hype trending game or anything like that. But like I said, it's a solid Metroidvania Souls-like hybrid. And I've been having a ton of fun with it. Like I said, there's a bunch of classes. There's, the crazy looking, like old school dark ARPG design to it. It's a beautiful and just fun game overall. Like I said, guys, I've been having a wonderful time with it. But seriously, what is with these developers and just not doing the MMO thing very properly, But as soon as they go and make a Souls-like, or, you know, something that's in the dark fantasy RPG realm, they just nail it their first try. Like, guys, I don't get it. These people usually specialize, you know, and I mean, I get it, you know, at the end of the day, RPG games, they all do have, you know, like a similar feat. You want to progress, you know, get better loot to beat better bosses and all that stuff. But these guys are all, you know, they don't do so great at their MMOs. Like I said, Vindictus will be the exception. I've heard positive things about Vindictus. I have no idea how good it is or not. You guys can let me know in the comments below. But the second they go and make a Souls-like, they're just golden. Like, did you guys see the reception for Lies of P? And, you know, Vindictus Defying Fate is just, it's just going to now be having an alpha test this summer, so it's still too early to tell, but that game's looking very solid too. And this one just kind of popped on my radar out of nowhere. Mandragora. It's just awesome. Like I said, guys, you guys can look at the visuals. It's got that old school fantasy RPG look to it. And guys, like I said, this game is just a freaking treat, man. Voice acting, perfect dark soundtrack to it. You know, the graphics aren't the most innovative thing, obviously, but like I said, it has more of that old school fantasy RPG look. You know, it kind of reminds me of like of something like World of Warcraft, or, you know, or the art style used in No Rest for the Wicked, or something like that. I really do appreciate, you know, that kind of style. At the end of the day, it's not all about, you know, who has the best visuals and stuff like that. Like I said, as long as it's got a good frame rate and performance fine, that's great with me. But I don't know, guys. I just wanted to take the time, you know, and talk about this in this video and get you guys' feedback on this subject, because this is just something I'm starting to notice. If a fourth MMO developer comes out and does this, like, I don't know, maybe Blizzard, they'll end up making their own Souls-like one, and it'll just be a killer. If that happens, you know, that'll be nuts. But seriously, guys, what do you guys feel about this? MMO devs making Souls-likes, and they're just successful each and every time. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.